All right, today is office yoga. Apparently, it's Friday. Everybody's having a good time. Looks like we got Rick involved in the mix. I don't know why. And now Brianna is running the show and is wearing some fancy headgear. Looks like they're in a pose and they're bowing. And now Rick is sweeping. And Rick is leaving. Why why did that happen? That was kind of funny. Okay, so now it's just Brianna and Summer, and they are Bremer time. So it's office yoga. They're in the warehouse, and they're still They don't know what they're doing. Oh, they not planned well. Summer's feet are going to be dirty because she's on the dirty warehouse floor, and they are stretching, which is, I guess, important for part of yoga, or maybe that's part of the yoga. I think this is yoga. That's not pre-yoga. That's an actual yoga stretch, I would imagine. And I actually, this is my first time seeing the video. I wish I could hear what they were talking about right now because there's a lot of confusion. There's confusion. Now, I don't know who they're talking to because the person filming it, they're not looking at the person filming it, it doesn't look like. So, okay, so now they're stretching and they're sharing a mat. They did not come prepared. Maybe attire they came prepared, but they are sharing a mat, which I don't think you're supposed to do in yoga. Now, they're doing two different things, which I think when you go to yoga class, you do things together. Okay. And they're still talking to somebody or just looking over there. Maybe there's something over there that they're interested in. Well, this is exciting. Okay, they're doing stretches. So I think the idea is I think this was supposed to be instructional. And instead of hearing the instructions of what you're supposed to do, you're now hearing me confused by what's going on. So they're doing a stretch. And I would imagine at this time they're explaining how long these stretches are supposed to be performed. And something tells me it's supposed to be a lot longer than what they're showing, because I would imagine that would be like you would hold these poses, is what I think they're called, for anywhere between 30 seconds to a minute would be my guess. But I would have no clue. So they're stretching. It's actually better that I'm providing some insight to this because I have a hunch that what they're saying is very boring, probably useless, other than the timing of the stretches, because you really just are looking at their poses to understand what you can do at work, which I still think this would be bizarre if I walked into somebody's office and they were doing this. I would just walk out, I guess. And they're both very flexible. I'll give them that because I cannot do any of that. I actually think I tried yoga twice before, and I don't know if it was yoga or it was something that they did that. I went with Summer, and it was a lot harder than it looks, I guess, just from the fact that I'm not very flexible, so it's very difficult for me to do pretty much anything that requires any type of flexibility or stretching of anything. Now this is a famous one. I don't know what it's called, but this is what people do in the movies when they're doing yoga stretches. So, and they're doing it and they're holding it, which it doesn't look tough at all. So maybe this one's not tough, but they're talking during it and they're off sync. That's important, to be off sync and talking to each other while doing a yoga class. You're trying to instruct people how to do yoga things in the office. And I think a lot more thought should have went into this video for timing purposes, a second mat perhaps. Maybe Brianna could have worn something other than jeans. And maybe taken off the headgear. I don't know. I'm just trying to help. And maybe Summer could have worn socks. I don't know. Just, again, these are all just ways to help. And now I think they're wrapping up. They look like they're like, okay, that was great. I know you're not going to do this, but we just want you to know what we never do at work. And bye. They're saying bye.